It all comes down to this, Blake Stone, teen detective on the roof of Beechwood High. You solve the case, justice for Gabby has never been so close, but one thing stands in the way. A murderous, angry April Morris. Goodbye, Valentine Blake Stone. Her bat glints in the snowy moonlight as she lifts it over her head. Your body coils, bracing for the attack. You hear the crackle of a police bullhorn down below, and a distant voice you never thought you'd be grateful to hear distracts her for one crucial second. Spread out! Find April Morris! Her swing goes wide, and you seize your opportunity. You tackle her around the waist, her eyes widen as the bat clatters out of her hands, and she falls backwards onto the ground. You're just delaying the inevitable, Blake! She wrestles you down beneath her with surprising strength, baring her teeth. And you're delusional. We've all got our crosses to bear. I'll plead with her, knee her in the stomach, get the bat and hit her. I'm getting the bat and hitting her. It's at this point self-defense. You grasp your fingertips for the battle of the handle of the bat. As they close over it, April sees what you're doing and lunges. Crack! You whip it up and smash her across the face. No, keep going. Listen, the double tap rule applies. April grimaces and you flip her onto her back again, holding her down with all of your strength. Get good, bitch. I'm sorry. You grip the bat with both hands, holding it against her throat. She barely chokes out a response, grinning through the blood in her mouth. I think maybe you get more than you think, Blake. I'm not like you. You sure about that? That's enough listening to the psycho killer, Blake. You shove down with the bat. The back of her head slams against the concrete on the roof, and she looks dazed. You lean in close. Gabby will have her justice. That's the only inevitable here. You range her onto her stomach while she's stunned, grab the jump rope she used to tie up Claudia, and tie her arms roughly behind her back. No. It wasn't supposed to go like this. Just then, your friends and the police break out onto the roof. They take in the side of a tied-up April, and you get to your feet. Blake, are you? Okay, yeah. But Claudia's in a bad place. Stevie reaches her into a clutch, eyes determined, and pulls out what looks like a nasal spray. Why do you have Narcan? Because unlike some people, we come prepared to reverse an OD. Stevie rushes over to Claudia and administers the spray, then carefully turns her on her side into a recovery position. An ambulance will be here any second. You shove a thrusted up April at Officer Tate. This is the murderer you're looking for. You're welcome. Are you serious? She's the one who had me tied up. She's obviously trying to frame me so she can swoop in and be the hero detective. Maybe she's the one who did this to Claudia in the first place. Are you kidding me? You did this. He grabs April by the front of her jacket, rage warring with disgust, and something like guilt in his eyes. Donovan is right behind him. You killed my sister! Alright, kid, stand down. This is a police issue now. I didn't do anything, I swear. Honest to God, tears fill her eyes. The girl is good. That's because she's fearing that she's gonna be put in prison for the rest of her life. But you're better. You pick up your phone from the planter box, rewind, and play it back. I didn't set out to kill Gabby, but it was easy to watch her die. Actually, it was, I don't know how to describe it really, but it was like all of my problems, the weight on my shoulders was just gone. That night I realized I could control it. I could control everything. I could set the chess pieces up however I liked, and if I wanted it bad enough, I could take them off the board. She glares at you with horror and uncontrollable rage. Save it, bitch. I gotcha. April Morris, you're under arrest. EMTs finally swarm onto the roof. You smile grimly as Tate takes April away. She should have been thrown off the roof. Chapter 16, Surviving High School. Remember, if you did enjoy, subscribe. That's simple. Means a lot. And before you know it, it's really over. You and Claudia are taken to the hospital. Your friends and family aren't far behind. After the doctors had a chance to look you over, your parents file in. Your mom immediately wraps you in a tight hug. Oh, we were so worried about you, Blake. The doctors gave me a clean bill of health. That's a relief. Hey, the stereotypical dad. I like him, though. I gotta admit, I've seen better days. We'll take care of you, got it? Whatever you want, even if it's just ice cream in bed. I wouldn't turn that down. We won't let anything else happen to you. We love you and we're proud of you for doing a good thing, but I know this is exactly what you're afraid of. You could have died, Blake. Who would that have helped? And did you think of what would have done to us? Tears that had been threatening in your mom's eyes finally start flowing. She lets them fall. I can't lose another child, Blake. I can't. Your dad sniffs back his own tears and pulls your mom in for an embrace. His voice is soft, and maybe that's worse. This is the last time, right? I'm proud of what I did. And I know this is what I'm meant to do. I don't want anyone to go through what we did. Not having answers, waiting on closure that never comes. So, I'm sorry, but I can't promise you that. This is not the end of this discussion. Margaret. Your mom sighs and bites back whatever else she wants to say. It doesn't matter right now. All I care about is that you're okay. And I promise that I'll try harder to stay that way. I love you so much, Mom and Dad. Your family snuggles in close for a long hug, and you breathe out the fear that you'd never see them again. Okay, I think we'd better give your friends a turn before they break down the door. You walk down the hallway into the lobby until you lock eyes with your friends. You break out in a grin and run to them, and they leap up to meet you. Hey, look who's up and running. Glad to see you're in one piece, Blake. April better be glad she didn't succeed at killing you, Ace. I would have dismantled her piece by piece. Okay, wow, loving the energy, but you did it. Joanna's there too, greeting you with an exuberant hug that makes your bruises twinge. Oh, careful, Jay. Oh, sorry, but no, it's okay. We're okay. The five of you breathe out, and a long beat of silence falls as you contemplate the truth of it all. You're okay. You're together. I guess now we just wait to hear how Claudia's along. Donovan sits beside you. His eyes are distant, but he reaches out to clutch your hand tightly. It's not the first time you've realized you're his lifeline, and someone rounds the corner. Hey kids, I've just been to see Claudia and she's not doing well. Oh no, is the drug going to have more lasting side effects than we thought? She's almost out of the woods, health-wise, but she's really down. I think everything that's happened this year has gotten to her. I tried to give her the snowflake tiara, but she said she didn't think she deserved to be Snowflake Queen. She must be blaming herself for everything. It did kind of revolve around her in the end, didn't it? Brett, April, and who knows how things would have turned out if Gabby had felt comfortable introducing her to Joanna. You're not helping. The point is, she's gotta be feeling awful right now, and no matter what happened, she shouldn't be blaming herself for a murder. Visit Claudia to help her find some closure about Gabby and April. Diamond choice. I think this is in bad taste to make this a diamond choice, but, you know, Pixelberry seizing the opportunity to make money. I think I'll go in alone first. Don't want to overwhelm her with a bunch of people. I really appreciate it. Maybe she'll want the tiara after she has a chance to talk with you. Joanna leaves, or takes the tiara from Mr. Lewis, and he gives you all an approving nod. Feel better, Blake. I hope to see you in class on Monday. Wouldn't miss it. You eye Claudia through a small gap in the blinds of a room. Her face is turned away from the window. Stevie glances at the chart outside of her room. She's definitely not cleared for discharge. There's a bunch of heart stuff they need to check. Stevie, that's private medical information. And she's also our friend and a classmate. I'm a criminal, what do you expect? You hush them and head inside. The room is somehow even bleaker than it seemed from outside. Hey, Claudia, is it okay if I come in? The voice that comes from the bed is soft, tired, nothing like the peppy girl you spent homecoming with. Sure. I know you might not believe me, but you look great. If I look great, I should be able to go home. They just want to make sure you're 100% before then. She lets out a heavy sigh and doesn't answer. Time for a different approach. Mr. Lewis said he tried to give you the tiara? It's not my tiara. I didn't earn it. I'm just a pity vote. It's not an outburst or an attack, just a sad, self-evident fact that leaves her lips like air through a slashed party balloon. Claudia, that's not true. Yes, it is. Gabby's not here, so it's me. Who else are they gonna give it to? Claudia, I'm sorry. No, Blake, I'm sorry. I blamed you and your friends for this when it was me. It was always me. It's my fault that April hurt people. I came into her and Brett's lies, and then I left. Claudia, you were the victim. It's more complicated than that. It always is, but that doesn't make it not true. Anyone who expects you to stay in a toxic relationship for someone else's benefit clearly wasn't thinking of the pain you were in. It wasn't always bad. Of course it wasn't. No one would stay if it was. That's what makes it hard. Brett created the situation. He made April feel entitled to your time, just as he felt entitled to you. And April, she might have had a tough time, but I wouldn't call her a victim. She got a taste of murder and liked it. I know. Sorry, I didn't mean to tell you what you experienced. No, sometimes you need to hear it from someone else, really. You sound like Abby. But she couldn't freaking wait. I was working on an exit plan with my therapist, and I admit I was dragging my feet, but then Brett was in jail. Gabby got him put there while she was doing the exact same thing. But it doesn't matter, right? She knew best. Angry tears fill her eyes. She took my choice away from me all over again. I told her that, you know what she said? I have to save you from yourself. Voice breaks as her eyes go glassy. Who's safe now, Gabs? Claudia? She'd be proud of you. I didn't know Gabby well, but I've learned enough to know that you've become the person she always wanted you to be. More importantly, you did that, not anybody else. It doesn't feel like it. You aren't Gabby 2.0, you are your own person and people care about you for you. You are not the de facto popular girl. You came through tragedy with a sad smile and the leadership to rally people through it. They turned to you, they voted for you, not out of obligation or pity, but because the school looked to you when they were at their darkest moment. Her posture softens to near collapse. And I am so sorry that it coincided with your darkest moment too, especially after everything that happened with Gabby. But you're my vote for Snowflake Queen, and I know a few people who also voted for you that are hoping to see you tonight. She shrugs a little and then she shuffles in the bed, straightens her shoulder and smiles nervously. I don't know if I look right. Claudia, you would look beautiful in a paper bag. She laughs at that, and you're calling that a win. If this detective thing doesn't work out, you should be a stylist or a shrink. Poke your head into the hallway, and just like that, your friends pour in. Hey, Clad, you look like hell. Oh, Tyler, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I missed my spa day on account of attempted murder. Hey, you don't look as bad as the Southridge cheer squad after you decimated them at the All-Star Spirit competition last year. That gets a chuckle out of her. Damn straight. Ellie Anderson, whomst. Rah, 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 go claw. I tried. Hey, you got spirit, that's what counts. I'm not gonna cheer, but I'm really glad you're okay. Finally, bringing up the rear, tiara in hand, is Joanna. Hey, Claudia. We really haven't met, but I know you were Gabby's other favorite person. Tears fall from Claudia's eyes, but she's smiling. Hi, Joanna. May I hug you? Yes, please. They embrace, as if on cue. The early morning sun finally hits her window, bathing the room in light. So this is for you. Fit for a queen. She offers the tiara reverently. Claudia places it gently on top of her curls. Does it look okay? Perfect. Now all that's left is to crown our Snowflake King and get you on the first dance. I'm not supposed to stay standing for too long until they've checked me for tachycardia. You eye a wheelchair in the corner. Luckily this is Beechwood, so it's the fancy aerodynamic kind. Ah, yeah, rich people. I've got another idea. You bring the wheelchair over, and she climbs out of bed to get into it, Tyler supervising all the while. You're sure you don't need help? Claudia gives him an indulgent smile. I'm sure, but thank you. Donovan, some music if you please. Donovan gives a little nod and goes for his phone. Now to choose our Snowflake King. I nominate Joanna. Donovan. Tyler. You know what? Me. No. They've both been through so much. Let them enjoy the first of moments going forward with better times. Joanna blanches and flushes, carnation pink, exactly the right shade for the shyest girl in the school to turn when the head cheerleader asks her to dance. Oh, okay, I mean, if Claudia wants, I'd love to. Joanna nods vigorously and holds out her hands. Claudia, can you lean back a little and pop your wheels? I'm not your captain for nothing. She angles into an elegant wheelie. Alright, Joanna, just follow her lead. Okay. There's a gentleness to her movements, but a strength too. She grows more confident by the second as Claudia smiles up at her. Their joy is infectious as Joanna gives her one more elegant spin that leaves Claudia laughing. The gang breaks out in applause, and soon the whole group is bopping along. Smiles wide as the wheelchair ballet continues. Barely catch sight of Donovan going for his back as you bob your head and sway. Then he's there again, aiming his camera at Claudia. How about a picture, Your Majesty? If you insist. When you see the sun hitting Claudia, making her smiling eyes and tears shimmer as she dances, you're pretty sure you understand what the golden hour means. 3 months later. Love this music, and every time I can do that. Spring arrives like a whirlwind. Winter break temporarily saved you from your unasked for celebrity, but as at the school, there's no avoiding it. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. You know, you can always stay home. As much as your mom and I might like that, I can think of a few people who might raise some objections. As if on cue, you hear a litany of voices calling from down the stairs. Valentine Blakestow, if I'm not getting out of it, you don't get to either. Come on, Blake, half the reason Claudia's throwing this party is for you. Other encouraging comment. You roll your eyes, but you grin in spite of yourself. The puppy. Puck perks up from his nap on your bed, and you scratch his ears and look into his sweet eyes. Who have I become, Puck? invited to parties by the head cheerleader with a whole group to go with. You become the Scooby Gang. You're the same as you've always been, sweetie. Everybody just sees it now. Really, Dad? That's so sweet, I'm gonna puke. But thank you nonetheless. Stevie's rubbing off on us. If she throws up, you're responsible for it, Samuel. Fine, I'll keep my compliments from my daughter to myself from now on. And that Tyler boy's right. You're the guest of honor, and we thought you'd be more excited if you had a banging new outfit to wear. A bang... Who? What parent says banging new outfit? Your parents reveal a couple of shopping bags. It'll make me feel better if you never use the word banging again. We tried to find something that screams detective goals, yes! Oh my god, never speak again. You shout your parents out of your room as they laugh, and put on the new outfit that they got you for Claudia's grand makeup winter formal and spring party. It's time to let loose and enjoy the adoration of your peers. Show up at Claudia's party with the diamond choice. Yeah, we get it. Pretty much we're wearing a coat. Like seriously, it has 4 buttons. No parent would buy this for their daughter, I'm just saying. Like your parents would be like, I don't know, one of those buttons snaps, it's gonna reveal more. Glad you approve, buddy. After a quick check in the mirror, you exit pursued by Puck and head downstairs to show off the new threads. I gotta admit, your slang is bad, but your style's on point. You mean on? Don't say on, Fleck. You look wonderful, Blake. You've grown up so much these past few months. Oh, Mom, you're gonna embarrass me. Alright, just know that we're proud of you, and have fun tonight. You hear a piercing wolf whistle from across the room. Yeah, look good, kid. I'm older than you. By like 3 months, take the compliment. You definitely look the part of a world-class detective. Thanks, Ty. You catch Donovan gazing at you from across the room. A slow smile curls up on his face, and he reaches for his camera. Hey! He just winks in response and puts his camera away, but as he slips by you, walking towards the door, you hear him whisper, "A work of art deserves to be immortalized. Text us if you be out late." I want one of those dogs. You crouch down to give Puck one more round of scritches, but look up to meet your mom's eyes. Seeing the worry she's trying to keep tamped down, you straighten up a nod. I will. Love you. When you arrive at Claudia's, the party's already in full swing. Teens are dancing, playing games, singing karaoke, and generally having a good time. Blake! And then you're suddenly ensconced in a massive hug. Hi, Claudia. Hello to you, Detective Asha. Why did no one tell me we were stepping up the style game for this? Yes! We love a good teen detective moment. You don't want to acknowledge how close your dad got to Chloe's reaction. Listen, he's trying to be him. Failing, but trying. You're wearing your crown. You smile up at the glittering tiara nestled in her curls. She bites her lip bashfully. Is it too much? Not at all. I think it's inspiring. I think we need this to see our queen thriving. It is winter formal in spring, so... Inspiring, huh? Thank you, truly. But I feel like you're the inspiration. Hey DJ, turn down the music real quick. She grabs the mic from the karaoke machine. Oh no, not a speech. You almost wish you were back on the roof fighting April. Everyone, the person you see before you is the reason we're having this party. She saved my life. Without her, Stevie, Donovan, Tyler, Joanna, I wouldn't be here. And yes, there's one fewer person here than should be. But tonight we celebrate the good Gabby left behind. We live on for her. We keep dancing for her. And then Claudia offers you the mic. You take it with a begrudging smile and focus on the thumbs up Tyler shoots you. It's still surreal to me to be here I didn't expect to save a life or risk my own or have all this fuss made about me. I did it for Gabby. In no small part, I did it for my sister, but everyone who's had to lose someone and never understand why, I wish I could have saved her too. Here's to Gabby. May we all carry her memory with us. The crowd laughs and cheers. A drink is shoved into your hand, so you raise a glass with an assembled partygoers. Case closed. Come on. You shoot Donovan, Tyler, and Stevie a bewildered look as you're pulled into a fray with Claudia and her clique. How about it, Blake? Are you having fun? Are you doing okay, like, in general? You know, I actually am. And I was about to ask you the same question. I'd hope you'd be better, or at least a little, by after 3 months. I'm fantastic. I just had my last checkup with the hospital on Wednesday. They said I don't need to go back unless my pulse acts up. It's still crazy to think you saved my life. It was nothing. Claudia smiles as she looks around at her friends, who are chittering away to each other. Claudia may still be popular, but it seems like the obsessive eye of the in-crowd has mellowed out a bit. It feels like everything's gotten better these last couple months. Turns out when you tell your friends you're hurting, they try to help. Me and Hale are gonna grab some more chips from the kitchen, Claudia. Want anything? I'm good, thank you. Thanks for taking care of Brett's loser sister, Blake. I didn't realize asshole ran in the family. Your eyes slide immediately at Claudia in concern, but her smile is genuine. I'm just glad it's over. This fall, I'm headed to Spelman for a fresh start. Congrats. Thanks, but I really couldn't have done it without you. Really. I bet you could have, but I'm happy I could help. Monopolizing you, Blake. I'm sure everyone here wants a piece of you. Go Mingle. I'll be okay. For the first time in a long time, it sounds like she actually believes that. You give her forearm a quick squeeze and then scan the party. Talk to Donovan. He looks a little shell-shocked. Stevie, Millie and Toby, Tyler, Joanna. No, we're going to Donovan. I need a reprieve. Outside on the patio by the pool, Donovan is looking utterly lost as Dylan tries to teach him how to play flip cup. Catches your eye mouthing, "Help me." Donovan, can I borrow you real fast? But he was just getting it. Without giving a reply, you tug Donovan away, giving Dylan a small salute as you go. When you get far enough away, he pulls you back against his chest and gives you a grateful kiss. Thank you. I only did that because I want you all to myself. But seriously, are you holding up alright? Things at home have gotten a lot better. Mom spent the whole morning tailoring a dress for Joanna to wear to Pride event next month. That's really sweet. I can't tell if it helps both of them to do mother-daughter stuff, even if it's not exactly either of them is used to. Yes, it does, actually. I'm so glad you all came together. A comfortable pause passes between the two of you. I don't ask, I can tell you're going to ask. Then why don't you just tell me? Nice try, detective. Come on, Donovan, college is a big deal, and I've got to figure out how much I'm going to need to spend to come and visit. Donovan softens. I'm definitely staying in the state, I promise. I could never leave the band or you. Really? You kiss him excitedly. How could you keep me on the hook like that? I just like watching you get excited, it's really cute. He puts his hand on yours, rubbing his thumb over your knuckles contemplatively. His eyes fix on yours, cool, deep in the light reflecting off the water. I think it's only fair I get a question for a question. You drive a hard bargain. Ask away. Valentine Stone Blake. I did it backwards, but you know what? Who cares? Do you want to be my girlfriend? Wait, what have we been doing the last 3 months then? You knew it was coming, but a little flutter still fills your heart. Donovan, I want to be your girlfriend, but date someone else too. Oh god, that would... No, listen. That would be a horrible response. Like, Let me know what you think in the comments, but that would be a horrible response. I mean, I get it. Maybe they're trying to be more open at Pixelberry, but, like, we'll talk about this at the end. You are the best, you know that? Easy to be when it's with you. He pulls you into an even tighter embrace. You changed my life, Blake. I don't know how I could ever thank you. Just be here with me always. You both breathe deep, basking in each other's presence until Donovan whispers in your ear. You know, if I could get my phone out, I'd be blasting faithfully right now. How are you this cool and nerdy at the same time? You're about to get in a few more kisses and a lot more compliments before Dylan forces the flip cup issue again. Blake, don't leave me. It's character building. Oh, if you ever leave me like that, I'm serious. Dylan, leave me the hell alone! Stop chasing me with cups! You find Millie and Toby in an adjoining room playing a video game. Come on, jump! Millie's face lights up and then falls. I'm sorry, Toby. Hey, we talked about this. It's just a game. We'll get him next time. He wraps his arm around Millie's waist and kisses her softly on the cheek. Hope I'm not interrupting your cheer session. Millie's way better at it than I am. When I told my Pathfinder group I was dating the Beechwood Shark, they lost their minds. Millie blushes. I'm gonna miss you so much next year. I'm gonna miss you too, but I promise we'll talk every day. So, you're going to school in Alaska, Toby? Definitely not. The scholarship package was nice, but I realized I hate the cold way too much for that. I'm going to Rutherford University this fall. Going to get all that Cali sun. That's still a long way away. I know, Millie and I talked about it. As much as I'll miss him, I've always wanted to visit California. Hey! And since you two play video games together, you can play long distance together and still be kind of like there with one another. It's kind of nice. Maybe you can help me convince her to apply next year. Consider it done. I'm not sure I like you two conspiring this much, but it's nice to think the long distance would end sooner rather than later. That is, if I get in. You have a 4.1 million GPA, the best extracurricular ever, and the best friends ever. You'll get in, no question. It's true, if you have a 4.0, you pretty much have walking papers for most, I'd say 98% of colleges. Take it from me, who did. You literally can walk into any college. There's so many stupid people, I'm serious. Like, they look at 3.0s 99% of the day, and they see a 4.0, they grab that shit. You find Joanna near the hallway playing with the family cat. Look at the shoelace tofu. Get it? Oh, they like... Okay, so it's universal? Okay. Having fun, Joanna? Yep. It was so nice of Claudia to throw this party, and nobody told me her cat was such a sweetheart. Okay, I want to purr you because that meowing. I finally feel like I got a handle on things, you know? Mom's been kissing up to me to try to get me on her side for the divorce case. She tried to tell me she was sorry for everything, but I said to save it for after the settlement. We'll see how she feels when there isn't anything she wants from me. Ah, very smart. And how's living with the Navarros? Such a relief. I don't have to hide my grief over Gabby anymore, and they get it better than anyone. It's been so nice to get to know Donovan, too. They also got me into therapy. Real therapy, not the other kind. It's not the way I imagined becoming their daughter, but it worked out. I'm glad you at least have a place where you feel at home now. Once I graduate in May, I'm going to take a year off to find myself, widen my community, meet some elders. Because remember, if I say that word, YouTube penalizes us. Not even kidding. And after that, the Navarros have offered me Gabby's college fund. We'll be starting college at the same time then. Maybe we'll even end up at the same school. I'd like that. Listen, I'm not even kidding. You literally and figuratively can't say certain words on YouTube. I keep pounding this into you guys so you'll understand. You literally can't say certain words. Just saying. Find Tyler by the breakfast bar with a couple of jocks. Hey, Blake. What kind of trouble are you all getting into over here? Tyler was just telling us that he heard back from Langston U today. You got in? I sure didn't. Oh no. Yeah, I was pretty mad at first, all the stressing about my academic record for nothing, you know? But then I was like, screw it. Why would I want to go to a school that doesn't want me? Tell her the best part. Well, I looked at the mail pile again, and I totally missed that I got a letter from Ohio State. Good school, by the way. No, good school. Not only did I get accepted, but they're giving me a huge athletic scholarship. That's awesome. And it's closer to home. You'll visit, right? Obviously. So long as you don't forget me for your new college friends. I'd never. They say that, and then they do. Stevie's hanging out with a few others at the snack table when you approach. Hey, Ace, we were just talking about what we did over the winter break. Stevie ended up having a lot of fun skiing with her folks after all. Seriously? I thought you were dreading it. Yeah, well, I was wrong, okay? Stevie grabs your hand and pulls you a little away from the art kids. So, on the first night, I sat my parents down for a long time about how much I hated feeling like the crappy first draft child. That must have been awkward. It was, but we all understood each other now, so worth it. Have you asked them about art school yet? Not yet. I don't want to push my luck too far, but I think that maybe if I double major in something like business or art therapy, I can convince them. Actually, you should go with business and art. It'd actually be smart. You could do both. Never put all of your eggs into one basket. So, what I'm hearing is your days of leading a life of crime might soon come to an end? She only laughs. I don't count on it, Blake. I am who I am. Museums have a lot of artifacts that don't belong to them. Nice. I can't argue with that. Especially, like, the Navajo tribes and a lot of indigenous people. Yeah, no. It's not long before your detective senses tingle and you catch sight of Donovan as he tries to sneak out the back door. Hey. Why do you look like I caught you stealing Christmas presents? He scratches at the back of his head before grumbling. I might have booked an underground show at the Verve, specifically so I had a reason to leave this party. I was thinking you could come with me. He reaches out and takes your hand, giving it a soft squeeze. There's no rush, I've still got plenty of time. I was just... being Donovan Navarro. Too cool for school and parties. You know what, detective, I'll be outside. Find me if you want to get out of here. And with a wink and a trademark salute, he slips out the door, leaving you to survey your options. You're not sure how much time has passed, but somehow the party shows no sign of stopping. Sneak off on a date with many of your love interests as you want. It will still be your last chance to spend one-on-one time with them. No shit, it's the finale. So pretty much because we only had one love interest, as you can see on the bottom, there is only stay at the party and go with him. So yeah. You duck outside to meet up with Donovan, and the two of you head out. The Verve is already packed by the time you pull up to the stage door. The crowd hums just beyond the stage lights. Akira and Rob are arguing about the models of the record players while occasionally moving instruments. Hey, Blake! She gives you a quick side hug and goes back to choosing which set of neon drumsticks she wants to use for tonight. You really took your time getting here. Did you actually enjoy a party? He sneaks a smile at you as he tunes his guitar. I think it was just the company. I think you're lying. You should have seen him, you guys. Games, speeches, dancing on the table. True party king. Kira smirks, clearly enjoying Donovan squirming. I'll have to get you crowd surfing then, now that you've overcome that stage fright. I'd say that's a little farther off now, but I am getting more adventurous. His smile makes you glow. Warmth rushes to your cheeks as you remember your time in the auditorium. If you want it, we'll get you there. Don't worry. With you, I never do. Ugh, gross and perfect. Get a room. A tall shadow falls over you. Maybe my man. How are you? Hey, Donovan. Doing well, doing well. He claps Donovan on the back and then points at you. And Blake, right? You're, I'm the love of Donovan's life. Believe me, I've been told. Donovan looks like he wants to melt into the floor. Hey, don't worry about it, kid. We all have that special someone. There's nothing wrong with being earnest. Where else would we get to love songs? Actually, I wrote something for you. Is it okay if I premiere it tonight? Or do you want to hear it first? Just us. We've got some time before we're up. I wanna... You know what? Just you and me. He nods and smiles, then takes you backstage and picks up his guitar. He pauses, staring at you before looking down at the guitar strings. The sound of the club is muted, and it's as if the world is just the two of you. The club is muted, but yet we're still hearing music. Sorry, you're just really cute. Whole new kind of stage fright anyway. Just imagine it with Kira tearing in, and there's a guitar solo later on, and I don't need to imagine it. It's yours. I know it'll be great. Okay, well, that's pressure, huh? He strums softly on the guitar in a simple chord progression as he begins to sing, tapping the rhythm out with his foot. Fallen leaves, death in the air, but I came to life with you standing there. I push, I pull, I beg, I plead, overwhelmed with all this need, until I come home to you. The strumming becomes more intense, half blues, slide guitar, half classic rock ballad. You can imagine what it will sound like on the stage, but right now, it's exactly how it's supposed to be. Because it's yours. I've never been perfect, never wanted to be, but I'm everything when you're with me. So I ask you, lost to sea, blown away. His voice is small, sure, but like a pinprick of light in a void of darkness. You've never seen Donovan this vulnerable. He lifts his eyes to yours. Be patient with me. And nodding without meaning to, fingers itching to hold him. You reach for the deep brown strand of hair that's fallen onto his face, when suddenly, two gangly hands grab Donovan's shoulders. Donovan, we gotta go. For the first time in record history, a show Rockstar is starting on time. Sorry, Blake. To be continued, okay? You wipe your tears from your eyes. You hadn't even realized you were crying. Go, sing it. You're gonna be great. Thank you. And as he disappears into the searing glow of the stage lights, you know it's gonna be a great show. An hour later, you're on the dance floor with Donovan, watching Levy rock the Verve while it's never been rocked like it's never been rocked before. The song ends with a thrilling catacomb of drums. Levy leans into the mic. If it's alright with you folks, I'd like to slow things down a little. See, my friend Donovan brought a date here tonight. Whistles and a smattering applause make its way through the crowd. You lean into Donovan, suddenly feeling shy. He puts his arm around you and squeezes protectively. And that'll be nice to celebrate them with an old favorite. You can feel everyone looking at you. Which, is it really your favorite situation? Donovan turns you towards him. Hey. It's just you and me, okay? When the smoke is all around you, when you're caught up in the flames. Donovan pulls you into a gentle slow dance, his whispered words warm in your ear. You really like the song? You slide your fingers into his soft brown hairs. You pull him close, stealing a breathless kiss. His skin is warm against your lips, soothing, sparking, all at once. You don't want to stop, you can't stop. Donovan. Your perfect moment melts as you're forced to breathe again. You're about to ask if you've moved too fast when He somehow pulls you even closer. I still can't believe you wrote a song for me. You know, you didn't actually say what you thought. You nibble at his lip before leaning fully into the kiss again. A happy groan escapes his throat as you tug ever so gently at his hair. You are in your own teen rom-com right now, and you are living. Blake, I'm not done yet. You give him one more long kiss and settle back into his arms. Thank you, Donovan. For what? For the song? For this? For everything? He leans his forehead against yours. I'm the one who should be thanking you, Blake. For Gabby, for my new friends, for giving me my confidence back, for opening me up. He sighs. For being patient. It was my pleasure. He holds you, and you sway there, surrounded by a crowd, even though it feels like you're the only two people in the world. Time passes, soothing some of your wounds. April's convicted. The Morrises move out of town. Your celebrity mellows into generic, if still weird, popularity, and no loose ends. Except for one. Perdita. Hey, Perdita. The cold tombstone bears her name, and an empty grave with no body don't reply. Of course they don't. I looked for answers, I really did. But I'm not done searching. It'll never be over. Not for me. And maybe the answers just aren't out there. Maybe I have to accept that. I can't. Tears break through you unexpectedly. You thought you were safe. Maybe this is the one I can't solve. You don't solve missing someone. You nearly jump out of your skin, whirling around to see Jeremy walking up, flowers and a notebook clutched in his hands. Jeremy, Coach Walters, sorry to frighten you, and Jeremy's fine. We're not in school. Do you come here often? Yikes, awkward much, but Jeremy nods solemnly and places the flowers on Perdita's grave. Every weekend. I usually hang back if someone else is here, but this time, I just don't think I've seen you here before. Yeah, well, I stayed away for a long time. I get that. I stayed away from your family after she... It's a reflex to be suspicious of him, but the blankness you often find in his face slips for a moment, and you think that maybe you're seeing the real Jeremy, a Jeremy in pain. Jeremy, you couldn't bear being reminded of her, huh? He looks at you with a flicker of gratitude. Everyone's so surprised at being understood. Yeah, I think that was my own way of coping. But it doesn't mean I'm proud of pulling away from your family. I don't think it's too late. It's not like the grief we share is going anywhere. You and Jeremy both give a bitter laugh. True. What's the notebook for? It's actually Perdita's diary. I know I shouldn't have read her private thoughts, but I told myself I was looking for clues. Didn't find any. I think I just wanted to feel close to her. He thinks for a second, then holds it out to you. You should have it. You're a good detective, Blake. As good as she was, she'd be proud. It's blank in the back. I always thought it was about writing to her, as silly as it sounds. It doesn't sound silly. I've imagined a million conversations with her. Writing it out sounds like closure. And that's why I never went through with it. Another shared bitter thought. You take the journal from him, running your hand over the leather cover. When you open it, you feel an unexpected jolt of pain at the familiar script scrawled across the pages. Thanks, Jeremy. I'll figure out what I want to say to her. Give her my love. You just nod in acknowledgement, and Jeremy offers you a half wave before leaving you to your thoughts. You take a deep breath and start to open the journal, and then freeze. Will this mean that it's over? There's no answer on the fragrant spring breeze, and you've never felt left a mystery unexplored yet. You turn the page. September 8th. Well, today sucked. Got a crappy grade on AP Gov paper. It's not my fault. Mr. Haddocks thinks my opinions are an unrealistic assessment of political landscape, somehow both recklessly idealistic and concerningly jaded. The guy had to write a whole essay about my essay. Pretty long way to say I'm a coward and I think the status quo is the bee's knees. Hanging out with Jeremy tonight. I hope he's up for that new Northern Ireland documentary. Just normal stuff. Homework, boyfriends, complaining about teachers. You flip through some more. There are the occasional entries about some case or another, but nothing earth-shaking. No details. I guess she didn't want to leave a paper trail. May 3rd. Gonna surprise Blake with that new book she's been obsessed over. I said some crappy stuff to her yesterday. I mean, I was right that she was kind of being annoying, but I know I love her anyway. I guess I should remind her of that. A diary, don't tell her this, but I kinda got lucky in a sister. Wonder what it'll be like when we're older and I can help her get into trouble. After all, what else is a big sister for if not serving as a bad influence? I'll help her through her first breakup, tease her through her first love, and her 21st birthday is gonna be epic. Okay, I gotta go see if she'll accept my apology present before I get sentimental enough to say all this to her face. Take in the words and flip to the blank section at the back and put pen to paper. Okay, Perdita. I wish you could be here for all of it. Not that I need a bad influence, but it would be nice to have you around for the breakups, the teasing, even everything that comes next. I've leaned on your guidance so much this year, but I wish you could give it in person. But I get it. And I know you never meant to leave me. And I love you. I remember that book, though. Alice in Wonderland AU. It got me through a few boring car rides. I'm glad. Imagine her there, sitting on the soft spring grass beside you. Hey, Dita, I miss you. I miss you too. You've been up to a lot since I've been gone. You've grown up so much. I feel like the same kid who lost you. Tears prick at your eyes and you tilt your head back to stop them. I just want you back. No, Val. I'd do anything to be there with you. You can almost feel her hugging you. The warmth of the past meets the inviting breeze of the future. Almost forgot. Jeremy sends his love. I know. I can feel it. So, there's some more mystery solving in the future, Blakestone, teen detective. Looks like it. I've got to carry on in your memory. I owe it to you. I'm scared to be like you, but I also want it more than anything. Oh, Val. You know you're your own person, right? You don't have to do this because of me. Think of it like I'm inspired by you. You get to be that bad influence after all, huh? You can practically hear her laughter. You're not a kid anymore, Blake. All the same, do me a favor, okay? Whatever you need. Be careful. Be curious. Lean on those friends of yours. Not to mention a certain cutie in your life. That Donovan's pretty dreamy. Teen rock star? Damn, Blake. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's so cool, stoic, but so poetic when he sings. You've found good people. I'm glad you're letting them in. Maybe if I had... You smile sadly and trace your fingers over the paper of Dita's journal. Well, we'll never know. There are so many what-ifs I've run through, and in the end, there's only what is. And the what is that you're gone. I wish I could change it. I wish I could understand it, but... You can't. You just nod. I guess sometimes you just can't put all the clues together. Sometimes you don't get closure. And moving on is a process of grappling with the unknowns. But I do know that I love you, Dita. I'll always be grateful that you taught me what I needed to know to help people. You stand up and place a hand on the gravestone. Bye, Dita. Until the next mystery. Thank you for playing. Like Blake and our friends, it was truly a team effort to bring this story to you. We hope you enjoyed it. Sleuth responsibly, love each other, and stay curious. Oh, that was a bit tough for me. We'll get to why here in a second, but without further ado, thank you all for tuning in. It's very much appreciated. Um, oh, I may need a second here. So first and foremost, if you did enjoy the content, you know what to do. It's there on the screen, right? With that being said, I know we were going to talk about something at the end of this video, and I'm kind of emotional right now. There's a reason. So, but in regards to the whole, I think it was about the hospital thing. Yeah, here's an idea. A lot of times Pixelberry will only do like 1 or 2 diamond choices at the beginning of a book. At least they used to. I think that if you have gone through the whole book and you spent whatever diamonds or whatnot, that the finale of a book should literally only have 1 or 2 diamond choices. And I think that sometimes writers' integrity and things like that is a little bit more than you're getting money. And when you really think about it, they're already getting money, and they're doubling down on that want and need of more money when they do a diamond choice on top of a VIP book that most of the population doesn't even have access to, besides what me and a few others. And then, yeah, there are some people that actually do pay for it, but it's just, especially for that one scene, it's just in poor taste. It really is. Especially to try and help someone and get them through a situation and things like that. Imagine every time you went to console someone and support a friend or whatnot, you had to deposit $20. That quintessentially is what happened, because I am paying almost $17 a month for VIP, and I'm also paying for diamond choices. So I'm just saying. With that being said, if you don't mind me getting personal for maybe a minute or two, it'd be great, and hopefully you're here for it. If not, that's a real shame. I treat each and every one of you viewers like a friend. I say things and whatnot, and I treat each and every one of you with respect. I read each and every one of your comments. And I especially do it sometimes on stream, even, just to, show, that I'm doing it, and kind of like a team effort and building the community and kind of doing it with one another. There's been a lot of times I've wanted to no longer do this, and been like a kind of like waging battle in my mind and heart. And there may come a day that you no longer hear this voice anymore besides old videos, and it's because of, probably one of 2 reasons. And either way, you'll know. You'll know. You'll know about that choice or whatever happened to me. And there is a video that is coming soon to explain a lot more to you, but this is where I'm going to get personal. Kind of like Perdita. I have went through my life and I've tried to do appeasement and being adaptive, and I've tried to, because of someone I loved immensely, I've tried to continue on in her legacy of trying to be nice to people and trying to make sure I never hurt anybody, even if it's at my own expense, and always be there for people. And had I not had her in my life, I would not be the person who I am now. I probably actually wouldn't even be here anymore. And I sure wouldn't have done a YouTube channel, let's be honest. But we'll never know. What ifs, right? A lot of what ifs. When we only know, like they said, what is. Yeah, I do a lot of the things that I do in her memory, and I try and be the best possible person I can because, you know, though I've never had that closure, because unfortunately she passed from a car accident. But I talked a little bit about this back in freshman during the whole Caitlin and the car accident scene. So feel free to go back to that if you ever want to hear me talk a little at the end of that video. And I talked a little bit more after that, but yeah, sometimes you don't get that closure, you know. And the really crappy part is I like how they were very descriptive with the breeze and the spring and the soft grass and things like that, because that's how my mind works, is having a lot of her memories of her. And I don't really have conversations with her like the MC had with her sister, right? I just sometimes my mind goes back to a memory, and I'm in it, living it, and it's sweet. But yet the sadness hits after the fact. You know that it's a memory, and you come back to your present, and she's not there. So it's really tough. And she always had a beautiful smile, and she wanted me to be happy. I've tried. I really have tried. I actually saw a doctor recently that actually asked that question: when was the last time you've been happy? And it was the last time she was alive. It's not for lack of trying. I really have. I've tried to find other love, because I know she wouldn't want me to sit and for all these many years and be alone. And not for lack of trying, just unfortunately, you were the only person that was really into me, and understood me and cared. So, um, I will echo the same sentiment, but a little bit more about love each other. Um, make today better than yesterday, and make tomorrow better than today. Be kind to one another. Really, truly. Um, it doesn't matter if it's a stranger. Go out and just maybe someone, a cashier or something's having a bad day, and just throw them a compliment. Just be like, "Hey, nice shoes," or "Hey, you look nice today," or just ask them how are their day. How you doing? Just quick, just in passing. Because I hate to tell you this, but you may make a difference in someone's life. Truly, you may make a difference in someone's life, and even if you're having a bad day, it may help you. So, and wouldn't you like that if it happened to you too? Like you're having a really bad day and someone's just like, "Hey, are you okay?" or "How you doing?" or just, "Hey, how are you?" Just in passing. Just, I'm sure it would help you. Even if you're, shy and kind of like an introvert like me, it still does help. It means a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna be done talking now. So thanks once again for tuning in. Love you all, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.